You know somebody that no matter what they do, they absolutely kill it. They could start working out and get ripped in like a month, or they can invest in something and literally make 10x their investment. Literally everything they touch turns to gold. Doesn't really matter what they do because they always seem to find success. Well, good news is because in this video, I'm going to reveal the secret ingredient this type of person uses and how you can too. Because it turns out the key to unlocking your potential in anything is all about how you think about it. It's all about your mindset. If you're new here, speaking of mindset, I'm Dr. Jeff Anzalone, a periodontist on a mission to get you out of the rat race. Do me a favor, download the free Millionaire Mindset Checklist with the link below this video. So let's start off with discussing what the problem is. Now, I've been in this space for years. On my blog, on this YouTube channel, I've helped other high-income earners with getting financial freedom from different things like real estate and acquiring businesses, that sort of thing. Here's the thing. Most of the people that I talk to, they're smart, okay? They're doctors, they're dentists, they're attorneys, they're engineers or whatever. They're well educated, okay? So they go in, let's say about real estate. They come to me and go, Jeff, I've read the books. I've read your articles. I've watched videos. I've watched other YouTube videos. So they've even attended seminars. Okay. So they know all about real estate, for instance. Here's what baffles me. Okay. I've started to notice a trend. Okay. So some of these people, smart people, despite having the tools, having the knowledge, guess what? They're stuck. They're stuck in a loop of inaction. Okay. So they're like a car, like a Ferrari with a full tank of gas, but just sitting there, going nowhere. Why is this? Well, let me tell you about a doctor friend of mine, David, surgeon, makes good money. He reached out to me about a year and a half ago, excited about learning about real estate investing, okay? Same thing. He knew all the terms. He knew the terminology. He knew the strategy between becoming an active investor or a passive investor. Because he was busy, he wanted to do more passive investing, hands off, to where literally he just provides the capital and just gets passive income. Fast forward to earlier this year, he reached out to me. We connected. Guess what? David had not made one single investment. Why? Remember, he was stuck in the problem. And the problem is this: analysis paralysis. He was overwhelmed with information. There's so much information out there, right? YouTube videos, podcasts, articles, books, people. Typically when people are just overwhelmed with something, too many decisions, what happens? They don't do anything. That's what his problem was. So the missing piece. So what is the missing piece? Well, the missing piece, and we touched on this a little bit earlier, was this. He had yet to focus on and acquire a growth type of mindset, a growth mindset. Now, this isn't some sort of fluffy concept or whatever that people are throwing out. This is actually a psychological term, and actually it was coined by this person, Carol Dweck, in the book Mindset. That's the holy Bible of, if you want to read about mindset, start there, get it on Amazon, okay? She talked about the fix and the growth mindset, okay? So growth mindset, this is me. When you have a growth mindset, this basically means that your abilities that you have can be developed through dedication, developed through hard work, that you're not just born the way you are and you'll never change. Think back to when you were 10 years old. Do you have some different beliefs? Probably. Do you act the same way? Hopefully not, right? You change, you develop, you mature, you grow, you educate yourself, okay? This mindset is the game changer between people, just like we talked about, that literally anything that they do, they have success because 100% of the time, well, 99.9% of the time, they have a growth mindset. This is what separates people who take action from people that don't. So if somebody that wants to lose weight and get in shape, okay, there's two people. One that won't get off the couch, and then one that actually takes action, starts to eat properly, starts to track their macros, starts to lift weights. Guess what? Guess who's going to get in shape? That person. Why? Because they take action. This is the foundation upon which you build anything. So you want financial freedom, okay? To start taking the steps, this is the foundation upon which you build your financial empire, taking action. All right, so remember Dr. Dave we just talked about? So after we connected earlier this year, I said, look, I'm going to start coaching you. We'll have a Zoom call each week. Let's just do it for a month and see what happens. Coaching to get out of the fixed mindset to the growth mindset, okay? Eventually, it took, I think, 4 to 5 weeks. He eventually started to gradually, and it's hard because he was born, most of us are born with this fixed mindset. You know, everything costs too much money. We can't afford that. Money doesn't grow on trees. Okay. That sort of mentality. So eventually he made a shift. So then eventually, instead of just endlessly analyzing all of these deals, all the sponsors, all this terminology, he started to believe that he could actually take what he'd learned because he was educated enough and to start taking action. Even if he made mistakes. I mean, he's a doctor. He's made plenty of mistakes. I've made plenty of mistakes. That's how we learn, right? So after he went through all that, so now he actually invested earlier this year in his first real estate syndication deal, actually with our group with an RV park in Destin, Florida. Super excited. Let's look at another example. This is a friend of mine, Tim. He's actually a software engineer, not a doctor, software engineer. Same thing with Dr. David. He came to me, read all the books, knew all the strategies, but guess what? Tim was having another issue. He was afraid of failing, and he had this huge fear of failure. And we started talking again. I offered him the same type of coaching. After about a month, dug into his past. He had some things that happened with, I think it was maybe junior high, some issues with sports, with a coach, some of the deals with his dad. But anyway, that set the foundation of his fear of failure. What happened? I'm not going to go into it. But anyway, he was able to get past this issue and actually move forward, just like Dr. David, and invested in one of our mobile home park deals that we had out in Wyoming. So Tim shifted his mindset. He started viewing failures as opportunities. So you're probably thinking, what do you mean opportunities? Well, failures are opportunities to learn. Okay. My son plays college football. When he has a failure, I have to remind him, son, failures make you realize what you didn't do right. And now you have an opportunity to learn from that. So next time it happens, if you read a certain defense a certain way and you think they're going to do one thing and they do another, now you have an opportunity the next time you see that cover two or whatever defense to do something different. But here's the cool thing with Tim. So not only did he start investing in real estate, because he got over his fear of failure, what he really wanted to do, what he was really passionate about, was to do a tech startup. And now he did that. Really excited for him. Again, it just shifted the mindset. So what I'm going to do now is talk about the three things that you can do if you don't have a growth mindset, the 3 steps you could take to get a growth mindset, okay? First, you want to identify your triggers, okay? Everybody has different triggers, okay? Think about what are your thoughts or what thoughts or what situations make you revert to a fixed mindset? Is it fear of failure? You have this fear of failure. Is it risk? Is it too much risk involved? Is there too many choices? So you're suffering from analysis paralysis. Whatever that is, first thing you have to do is you have to figure out what it is that is holding you back. Okay. Number 2 is you want to reframe, sort of like what we did down here for Tim. You want to reframe these challenges or these issues. We want to reframe them as opportunities for growth. So instead of avoiding something that's challenging you, embrace them. Another good thing to do is, I've got it over here on my bookshelf, read Who Not How. Okay, so I was having an issue starting this YouTube channel. All right, I was just like, okay, this is just too complex. How do I do it? How do I edit? How do I make thumbnails? It was just too challenging, and it held me back for over a year. Okay, so that was an area, that was a trigger. Identify my trigger that was holding me back. I read Who Not How. Who Not How. I was asking the wrong question. I was asking, how do I start this channel? How do I edit it? How do I publish these videos? How do I do a setup like this? How do I make the thumbnails? How do I do the description? Instead, the book told me that's going to take forever. Don't talk about it. Don't ask how to do it. You find who to do it. You find a who to do it for you. And I have. I've got VAs now overseas that take this raw footage that I'm doing now and make the nice thumbnail. They do the description. They edit it. They actually publish it for me. And now what they're doing is they're taking, I've asked them, because I was trying to figure out, well, how can I take these clips, these small clips from these videos and put them on other social media like Instagram and Facebook or the YouTube Shorts. So now I went to them because they're my who. So now they're taking bits and pieces, 30 to 60 second shorts or the reels or whatever you call it. I don't even know what it's called. And they're posting them on Instagram and YouTube Shorts for me. Okay, because you want to find the who that can do it for you. And last but not least, and we've already talked about this, growth mindset, identify your triggers, reframe opportunities, whatever that trigger is. And third step, simply take action. So start small if you have to. Okay. If you want to get in shape, you want to lose weight, you could be just getting off the couch and go for a walk around the block. Just do anything. Start today. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about if you have to lose 100 pounds. Don't worry about if you have to get $2 million invested to get financial freedom. Don't worry about all that. Okay. Take out, what can you do today? What small step can you do today to get started? Because you've probably heard the journey of 1,000 miles. Guess what? Begins with one step, single step. So the two people that we discussed today, they all started and accomplished what they wanted by taking action. It was all these small steps. Their small step was they reached out to me. They hired me as a coach to help them through your issues. I'm not saying you have to hire me or hire a coach or whatever, but whatever it is you're dealing with, go through these 3 steps, figure out what it is, and then take action by small steps. And guess what? Eventually, small actions can lead to big results. Okay, so there you have it. The missing piece in your journey to getting whatever you want in life. So we talked about financial freedom or whatever it is. It's your mindset. Cultivate a growth mindset, and I guarantee you can sit back and you can watch how it's not only going to transform your finances, but your entire life. Health, wealth, and relationships. It can give you anything. Those are the 3 most important things: your health, your wealth, and your relationships. Do me a favor. If this video struck a chord for you, don't forget to like it. If you're not subscribed to this channel, do me a favor, subscribe, hit the little notification bell, and then share it with somebody who you think may benefit from this message. Until next time, invest in your mindset.